Thank you. First, I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Fengzhen Lao, from Department of Education. My background is math education, so part of the STEM community. Well, nobody has. I have not see anybody's introduce. Well, please use the chat box to introduce yourself. So, I don't know how many of you were Science Olympiad students when you were in middle school or high school. Maybe you can share this in our chat box. So this, of course, is a rigorous STEM competition. In Montana, we usually have 18 teams from 36 communities. And our events, our tournament cover events including biology, earth, science, chemistry, physics, technology, and engineering. We operate this tournament using 3 types competition. One is just core knowledge, pretty much is paper and pencil events. We also have very popular building events. Those students who are very handy and like to build devices, they can perform the excellence from those building events. We also have lab events. It's just like if you are a chemistry student, it's just like when you attend a lab class for a chemistry course. By now, somebody just shared with us. So, well, so we have several. Let me see your. We have a volunteer from College of Agriculture, Animal Science. We also have geology. Amazing. Chemistry 2. Okay, get some credit from chemistry 2. Let's see who you are. Well, second animal size person. Okay, thank you. Well, maybe I'm in the chat box, so I cannot move to the next slide. Okay, so we have if you used to be a participant for Science Olympiad, you know we have 2 divisions. Division B is for middle school students. Division C is for high school students. In Montana, we only run 14 events for each division, but actually at the national level, we have more events. It's just because our capacity is limited, so we are not able to support the full Science Olympiad. So for each team, we have 15 students. Sometimes we have alternative, so maybe 16 students will show up. So some schools, like a Sakajura Middle School, they may have more students, so they may have a varsity team and junior varsity team. So they compete as individuals, but their scores for the individual will be contributed to their team score. So why we want to host the Science Olympiad? Of course, we want to promote science, technology, math, and engineering. And we found in our survey, we did find students come to MSU as a STEM major because they're wonderful experiences in this tournament during their high school and middle school years. Of course, this event also enrich school science classroom and extracurricular activities. So many schools have their science clubs because of this tournament. So which day you need to show up? That will be April 19, Friday. So our home desk will be in SUP. So it's easy if you go to the SUP. I think it's close to the coffee shop. You will see our supporting desk over there. So school students usually show up between 7 and 7:30. We will have an opening. For your schedule, it depends. You will get an email about the time you have to be volunteer. You may like to be 20 minutes earlier or at least 15 minutes earlier to show up in the location you have to show up. So basically competitions run between 8:30 and 12:30. This period is the time we need a lot of volunteers. Then students will go to lunch and we will try to finish all the scoring between 12:30 and 2:30. So from 2:30, we will start the award ceremony. So right now, do you have any question? If you have any question, please raise your hand or just unmute yourself to ask questions.
What's the what's the Ag Sciences event?
Say again.
What is the Ag Sciences event?
Egg? You mean agriculture event?
Yes. Yes.
Well, you mean the trial event on the button, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually is when we are land grant university, so sometimes the College of Agriculture would like to sponsor their own event. So it's a trial event, but it's not an official event at the national level. So do I answer your questions?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I am not sure which agriculture event they have this year, because I don't arrange those events. So we have a different three type of schedules. The traditional one, of course, we have block schedule, like a 50 minutes for each event. So the first block will start from 8:30. That's why if you are volunteer for 8:30, if 8:30 the block for 8:30, you might want to be there like a little bit earlier because 8:30 is the time our students have to start the competition. And so you probably want to show up a little earlier. Otherwise, you probably will go in the middle of the event. But sometimes you may be assigned to start. Your available time is from 9 to 10, let's say 9 to 11, it's okay. You just show up at 9, and then probably you will observe how the event is operated. So you can take care of everything from 9:30. So we also have a walk-in schedule. Usually it's building event, sometimes like a flying events. They may walk in and demonstrate their devices. And for some events, we ask them to sign up earlier, so we can do a better control. And some events include the impound. They need to deposit their devices in the assigned area, and they cannot they cannot reconstruct it. They cannot reconstruct their devices. So that's about 3 different event schedules. Does anyone have any questions? You can just unmute and jump in and ask questions. Thank you. If we don't have any other question, let's keep going. So this is how the schedule looks like. We can take a look at my favorite one called Busters. I did a lot of programming and math when I was a college student. So let's take a look at this event. Some computer science students may sign up this event, but actually it's not necessary to be a computer science student to be able to serve to volunteer in this event. So at 8:30, we will have about 15 teams. I will not say 20. The team number is from 140 to 159. Please keep in mind some numbers will be skipped. So that's why if it's 140 to 159, I don't think we will have 20 teams, so probably 15 or even only 10 teams, because some small schools, they will not participate in all the events. So 9:30, the teams with the number 120 to 139 will show up. Then we have a break at 10:30. This break, we may still need help from volunteers, because that could be a break for the event supervisor to finish grading for those test sheets fill out between 8:30 to 10:12, because each block is 50 minutes. So the first 2 blocks will be finished by 10:20. So starting from 11:30, that's our first block. We will the school teams with a number between 100 and 119 we do the competition. So do you have any questions? Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question if you have any. Thank you. Let's keep going on. So all the students, I don't mean volunteers, all the participants, they have a cycle of ethics. So they commit, they will display honesty, integrity, and good sportsmanship. They will display their courtesy and respect to all of us. So they have officially signed their names. Here is what volunteers should follow. Please offer a safe and welcoming environment. Follow all safety precautions. Know what is required at your event. support fair play, and avoid practicing or discussing risk-taking behaviors. The one with red board is the most important one. Actually, MSU always remind us in the handbook, we need to follow never alone policy. Those participants, they are minors. I would like to say 99.99 are minors. Some of them may be over 18 years old, but they are minors. Please do not interacting with students alone. You should never be the only adult with a student or small group of students. Do you have any question about this rule or policy? Never alone policy. Yeah, those are published online. I don't know if you have, I believe in your sign up sheet, you probably have a link for those guidelines. And you agree to take a look at those guidelines. So it's some are the same. You always work in an open environment, avoid private, observe situations, maintain a safe and appropriate distance from participants. If sometimes you need to provide some kind of physical support, please respect others. Of course, be an excellent Bobcat representative. So please contact tournament staff immediately if a child is injured or distressed in any manner. So on the tournament day, your assignment could include measuring, weighting, checking devices, setting up stations, blah, blah, blah. And it could include safety checks, and it could be watching for rule violations. And it could be just checking their wristbands. Each participant should have each child should have a wristband, which include their number, and team number, and could be just distributing the test sheets, and could be, help your event supervisor to grade those test sheets. So we need to make sure we maintain the fairness among all participants. Do you have any question by now? If you have any question, please unmute yourself, and you can simply, because we only 10 of us here, please feel free to simply jump in and ask your questions. So, so on the tournament day, please show up to your assigned location on time. If you are sick or will be late, please contact your event supervisor or tournament staff at mtso@montana.edu. I believe if you show up here today, you probably already got an email from mtso@montana.edu. And sign in and out with your event supervisor. I would say event supervisor because usually you work with event supervisor in your event location. Please bring and be prepared to show photo ID. If your event supervisor doesn't know you. Wear clean, comfortable outfits and shoes. Sometimes some students may need your help to find where they should go. Please provide help. Of course, you need to maintain some kind of safety distance from those participants, and try not to be alone with those students. So you will have a name tag. Your event supervisor has your name tag in his or her packet. So you are encouraged to wear Bobcats clothes like from your club. Of course, please do not wear any clothes inappropriate for children. So some events, especially building events, those participants usually need goggles, like those kind of eye protection stuff. If you have your own, please, you may like to bring it with you. So be proud of yourself. Be proud to represent MSU. Those participants, a big percentage of participants will be our future Bobcats, and they will be our future volunteers too. So we have reserved those locations for Science Olympiad. Pretty much we have booked all the buildings, all the classrooms, all the labs, all the conferences rooms we can book. You will benefit. You will have change 1,000 points. You will have we will provide a free lunch. We also have a hospitality room, but usually our event supervisors and our volunteers don't have time to visit our hospitality room. So often your event supervisor can prove your service hours, but sometimes if you forget to do this, you can also come to our service desk for the service hours. So we still need more volunteers. You can go to our website, go to volunteers. I believe we still have a link there for your friends to sign up. The address below is also, you can also use the short address on this slide to encourage your friends to be your partner volunteer. And we have resources. let's say you are assigned for the event. I remember we have an event called Wind Power. You may want to go to the Science Olympiad National to take a look at those rules. You can just, Google like Science Olympiad National and then say rule menus. Then you can find that particular web page. And sometimes this event may be wrong. I don't think this event was wrong last year, but this event could be wrong several times. And sometimes we will, like between the year, we may make some changes for the rules. Or maybe this event was wrong 5 years ago. When we come back, we will revise those events. And we also have scoring guidelines. If you are working for building events, the score sheets is usually the Science Olympiad National will provide score sheets. You may like to screen those scoring sheets to take a look at how it looks like. Sometimes, for example, you need to measure the distance, and the distance could be how close those device, maybe like a vehicle device, how close it to the target place. So maybe you are interested in looking at those score sheets, so you will be more prepared for those events. So this is the homepage for the national I think it's called Science Olympiad National. So there are a lot of information there. And we also have our homepage on the Science Math Resource Center. So I am Feng Jun Lao, and Miss Susie Taylor is the director, our state director for Science Olympiad. And Dr. Ginny Chips was a high school Science Olympiad coach in volunteer. Sorry, as a high school Science Olympiad coach when she served school in California. So she has all the knowledge for the Science Olympiad. Miss Jill Joyce will be on our front desk on the Science Olympiad Day. So you probably will see her all the time. So again, if you have any questions, please email to mtso@montana.edu. Of course, if you have any questions in your mind today, you can just ask me. So do you have any questions? This is our last slide. So if you, I think I can stop this recording right now.